Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm back. Live and direct, guys. Live and direct back in the studio tonight. Been off about 2 weeks. I know you guys been anticipating me coming back. All of you been asking, where you been? Where you been? I'm back. I've been off, getting that last eye surgery. Thank you very much for those of you who supported me. It's been a long 2 years. Dealing with this eye situation. So it's all over with now. It's just all in the healing process. So I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live tonight. It's a live show. When I'm here and I start this thing early, I want to start a fire up in here tonight, and I need you to help me in starting that fire. So don't sit back and expect me to do all the talking as usual, because it is speak your mind, not my mind. I only help sometimes to facilitate what you have on your mind. But there's a lot in the papers. There's a lot going on around us. There's a lot of issues throughout the territory. We see it every day. You just pick up, a smartphone or iPad or a computer and you go online. I have all 4 or 5 major, newspapers program in my phone, so I just tap the button and boom, breaking news this and news that, they're covering everything now, so you can't hide anything now, so it don't make sense trying to hide. Just be out in the open and be real about what it is. It's out there. So we're live tonight. I want you guys to join me tonight and share your thoughts and your ideas. Of course, express yourself. This is the only show that allows you to do that, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of other shows, they're very soft. They don't push the envelope. They don't push the issue. And the Speak Your Mind show sometimes does that. We push the envelope. We push the issues because the issues are important. They're important for you. So therefore, it should be important for the people who are responsible for making a difference in our lives. So this is one of the few shows you could call and, tell the minister, tell the government, tell the governor, tell the queen how you feel about what's happening in this territory. If you don't feel it's right, you let them know. So feel free to call me anytime. When the phone number go up on screen, it will be going up pretty soon. We're going to do our thing, I'm going to do my thing. Then we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to come back. Phone line's going to be open. The text going to be up and all of that good stuff. So I got a laundry list of topics that we could touch. But of course, anything that you have on your mind that you wanted to share, that you believe is important, that somebody out there in authority needs to hear about it, feel free to call me up. I want to start something new tonight. Sometimes I'll do my little commentary and then we go into the break. I want to start something tonight. I was listening to the radio just the other day. And the radio host, he was saying that he had telephone rage. He had rage, and he was asking people out there, what is your rage? Instead of going out and taking your rage, your energy, your negative energy out on other people, call and just share it on the telephone. It was one of the local radio stations. And I thought that was cool because, it's funny. I had 2 rages that morning, and they all relate to the same topic, traffic. Traffic, the behavior of our people on the road, me included, you included. So tonight, I'm going to share my rage with you. It's only a few of them. I got about 4 right now. I had a lot more, but I'm only going to share 4 with you. And then I want you to share your rage because it is Speak Your Mind. So tonight we're going to start something new. I'm going to try to do this every Saturday night that I'm on this show. And I'm going to ask you to share what is your rage. So call me, tell me, be short, be sweet, be precise. What is your rage? So I got a few rage. Let me share my rage with you. Number 1, double parking. What really enraged me? What really gets me upset? What really makes me mad? And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start having road rage if we don't find a way to stop this nonsense and curb our behavior. People who drive down the road or they park in the middle of the bleaking road Bleakin, I said. Bleakin Road. That's Bleakin. They stop to talk to somebody who's already halfway in the road, and they blocking the other part of that road now to have a senseless conversation. It's not that important that you can't pull off to the side of the road to have your 5-minute conversation without interfering with the flow of traffic, without inconveniencing other people who are behind you. And they think they could do a 5-minute conversation in a 30 seconds situation. That really enraged me, man. It's really getting to a point where, you know, I want to get like one of them big truck horn and put it on my little taxi bus. So when you're blocking the road foolishly, I just blow it, and it creates such a noise that it scares the life out of you. Please stop it. We getting a lot of international people here. We're having a lot of situation. Crime is on the rise. I don't care what nobody say. You know, people come from other places and they see people blocking the road. Instantly they think, oh, this could be a setup. It could be a problem. You never know. So please, when you're going on the road, you're having a conversation, pull on the side of the road. Don't stop in the middle of the road. That's one of my rage. I'm asking you tonight, share what's your rage. That's one of my rage. If we share the same one, express yourself. Because we need to do it more and more and more. And so we can hopefully get these so-called police traffic officers on the job, doing the right job, instead of sitting around the corner every 5 minutes waiting to give you a ticket for a seat belt. Because it seemed like that's the only thing they could give you a ticket for. In case you didn't know, the law, the road traffic law, it clearly says, if you blocking the road like that, it's a citation. It's a violation of the law. So maybe the police them don't know that, because I see people doing it and I see police passing them by. They'll go around the corner by Delta and they'll stop to harass you about seatbelt. And they just leave somebody up there interfering with the flow of traffic, having a senseless conversation. It's against the law. That's one of my rage. Double parking in the road, blocking the lane. It's selfless, it's selfish, and it really, really, truly pissed me off. So please stop blocking the Bleakin Road and pull off on the side of the road when you want to have your conversation. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. Ladies and gentlemen, or some of you out there probably watching saying, Sam, you do it too. No, I don't. No, I do not. I do not stop in the middle of the road to have a conversation knowing there's people behind me, you know, inconveniencing other people and violating the law. No, I don't. So please stop doing it. Next one. So double parking and stopping, right? In addition to stopping and double parking and having a conversation, this going out to my fellow taximan them, and especially the bus people them. I'm going to call out somebody very specifically, and I'm going to ask for his help. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to disrespect the gentleman. I'm simply saying this portfolio falls under you, so please, 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 let's get it right. Let's enforce the rules. This is going out to the minister, my good friend, Mr. Mark Vanterpool, the Minister for Communication and Work. Please do something about these bus and these busmen that you give license to operate to serve the public. Here's my rage. We got a dollar bus and we got some idiot driving it. I said that. We got some idiot driving the so-called dollar bus. Going through the light by the moorings. He done pass the light. Some idiot in the back wants to get off at right way. But instead of he think about the safety of that person and the safety of the other people inside the bus and his own life, and instead of endangering the traffic, because here's people now driving the speed limit 10, 15, 20 miles an hour, because that's the type of road it is. The so-called idiot bus driver, dollar bus driver, will stop in front of Delta because there's a little turn off right there, a little entrance to get into right way parking lot. Please, Mr. Minister, pull them up. Don't wait until some idiot step off of one of them bus, because I've seen it every day. Get run down by somebody, some innocent person, and now the innocent person got to go in front of some judge because the idiot police them that we have out in the street don't even know how to properly investigate situations such as that. A, the bus driver should be off the road and he should be charged and locked up for doing foolishness. B, the idiot that get off the road should stop being so selfish and say, either before where there's a proper turnoff or after where there's a proper turnoff, please let me off in one of those locations. The idiot bus driver, and I said that, yes, quote me correctly, the idiot so-called dollar bus driver stops in front of Delta. I've seen it time after time after time. And it's only a matter before somebody get killed coming out of that so-called dollar bus. Drop people off in the middle of the road. Cars are coming up full speed. And here it is, somebody getting off. And then he stopped. He stopped without care. Knowing traffic is behind him. He himself just came to the light. And boom, he stopped. All of a sudden now there's a bottleneck. Mr. Minister, please. You know the problems. Please correct the problem. You don't have pull off. We got designated areas. I've heard people who are part of your team talking about different areas. Please get these things in place. Please see to it that these so-called idiots that are driving these dollar bus and these $3 bus, please see to it that they do the right thing. Please pull off on the side of the road. Pull off properly. There's a pull off right there by Puzzle Gap. It's enough space to pull off the road without interfering with the flow of traffic, so the person getting off the bus can get off. The dollar bus racing. The dollar bus is racing through tongue to make a dollar so he could defeat you while trying to make an honest buck as well. I don't have no problem with the dollar bus. It is needed. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need a cheaper ride around town, I'm going to promote it. Go walk to wherever you could find a proper pull-off and flag down the dollar bus. Don't stop me and then tell me you paid $1 on the bus. I am a taxi. I am going to go by the tariff. I ain't going to charge what the tariff said. You don't have to ride with me. You want to ride with a dollar bus? Go ride with a dollar bus. Stop stopping in the middle of the road and flagging down the dollar bus. Dollar bus, stop stopping for people in the middle of the Bleakin Road. Pull off on the side of the road properly. Either before Walmart right there by Port Purcell, pull off there, make people come to the corner if they want dollar bus. There's enough space to pull off. Pull off inside of Delta parking, inside of Delta gas station. Stop stopping in the middle of the Bleakin Road. It is wrong. Stop it. Somebody gonna get killed. And I'll say this again to the busman them. The $3 busman them. My good friend Damien was on this show, telling you, the general public, that the $3 man them was driving taxi but charging $3, was trying to help out the dollar bus system and the bus system. So they are allowed to go and break the law. That's what they're doing. They're breaking the law. They're charging $3 and the tariff say a different price. But my good friend, we disagree on this point of view. Said to me, he's interpreting the law, that the law doesn't specifically say you can't charge less than the tariff. But the tariff is law. What's in the law is what has to be enforced. But nothing like that. That's a different argument. So the $3 man them, I'm on you now. I have left the bus, the dollar bus, and I'm now on the $3 man because I know some of you are watching. Man, do the right thing. Pull off on the side of the road. Stop blocking the road and interfering with the flow of traffic. Stop inconveniencing other people who are traveling. Stop putting other people on the road, lives in jeopardy by your foolishness. Pull off on the side of the road. You're coming down into town. You're coming up to places where people normally disembark. Before you get to Walmart, anybody needs to get off at Walmart, pull off on the side of the road closest to where they need to go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not stopping in front of Walmart, interfering with the flow of traffic. This is the most appropriate place to pull off. Come on, stop this nonsense. Stop letting people out in the middle of the road. Somebody gonna get killed. Somebody gonna get killed. And you know what? Huh? You know something? It might be one of your family members. And then all of a sudden, you have been doing it for all this time. Your family members might be on somebody else's vehicle or some other situation. Them get killed. Now all of a sudden, you want justice. Stop it. That's rage number 2, ladies and gentlemen. I'm enraged tonight. But after I done, share my rage with you, we're going to move on to something else. But if you got some other rage that you are frustrated with, share it. That's what we're about. I'm going to give you 2 more. Then we're going to go on a break. When we come back from the break, phone lines are open, text lines open. I see the text. We're going to get to those in a minute. And we're going to hit it hard tonight. I want to start some fire up in here tonight. I heard it was pretty calm for the past 2 weeks. My good friend was here. He did a wonderful show, but there was no fire. We want to start some fire tonight. So my next rage, I said this a little bit earlier, and I'm going to hit it again. The traffic officers. Mr. David Morris, thank you. Thank you, Mr. David Morris. I see them. They look good. They look good in their uniform. They look good walking around the street. They have their ticket books in their hand. They got the nice neon, vest on. They look good. They doing a good job. But you know something, Mr. Morris? And this is the police commissioner I'm talking to now. The law book is big. There's a lot of things in the law book that relates to traffic. But it seems like the only thing the traffic officers them could do is give you a ticket for seatbelt. If I'm wrong, please show me the numbers. It seems like the only thing they could give you a ticket for is seatbelt. And of course, cell phone, yeah. Mr. Morris, there's a lot of problems going on in the country. I just read a story today that a police officer who was vigilant was able to catch a suspected burglar. We need our police officers and its traffic officers to be more vigilant. Crime is on the rise in this country. Pick up the newspaper them and read for yourself. Don't say I say. Pick up the newspaper. Look at the court situation. People stabbing one another. Police finding guns and stolen property in people's homes. People getting away. People being convicted for attempted murder. Crime is on the rise. So please, do a little bit more. Let them do a little bit more than just walking around harassing people about seat belt. That's another rage. That's my other rage. My last one. This going back to the whole pull-off thing again now. But more specifically, the people who pull off on the side of the road. And this is more like for private vehicles. People like you and I out there. I'm talking to you now. You pull off the side of the road to let somebody off. You just give somebody a ride. You pull off, let's say, in front of the moorings, right down the side. You come around the corner, you pass Delta, you come around the moorings gap, you pull in that side, that dot area. Instead of pulling off all the way over on the side of the road, in the dot area, and waiting for the flow of traffic to allow you back in, you stop halfway in the middle of the road to let the person out that you're letting out in the road. And then you try to hurry to get back on the road. Talking to you now. Stop it. Somebody gonna come around the corner. Somebody gonna come around some corner. Not realize that you stopped foolishly because you want to be nice. You was being nice to somebody by giving them a ride. But before you could end up finish doing the niceness, you and them might end up in a hospital. And watch your life. Don't park on no corner, don't stop on no corner to pick up nobody. People want to ride, let them go in proper place where you can pull off and get them a ride. Them stopping at the moorings, don't stop halfway in the road. Pull off on the side of the road so they could get off properly and get out your vehicle. So, those are my rage. If you want to call and share them, you got something else, you got rage about me, share that too. I'm willing to listen to any criticism because all you could do is help me to get better. Whatever your rage is, call me and let me know. But when we come back, I got a laundry list of things, man, we could talk about tonight. When I come back, I definitely want to big up the people in Virgin Gorda. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk a little bit about, what's going on in the courts. Some of you women out there that are violent, exhibiting your violence, attacking men, and the imbalance, the unequalness in our judicial system when it comes to domestic violence. And I'm glad to see that the professionals in the field are starting to speak out, because violent is violent. Bad is bad. It doesn't matter who's doing it. And when you commit a crime, when you commit these type of acts, you should be punished, whether you're male or female, and you should be punished according to the law equally. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the phone line is going to be wide open. I'll I'll read a few texts I see there now, and we'll talk about it. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Today, phones are making the world go round. As marketers know, we have to get our message across to the right people at the right time and in the right place. But the problem is, the things we used to use are getting pretty expensive. Of course, we could try to make traditional media more effective, but there's an easier and more effective way. Digicel More is Digicel's mobile marketing arm, connecting marketers to the right people at the right time and in the right place. You give us your message, we deliver it. When you want, you can now target the market or target your market by harnessing the power of the Digicel network and applying or segmenting criteria. And when it comes to value, our CPM is an actual CPM. You get the 1,000 impressions you pay for. If someone doesn't get the message because the phone was turned off, you don't pay for it. We're not the only ones who see mobile marketing as the way forward. We already have many satisfied clients who have benefited from Digicel More. We're here to create even more opportunities for you to connect with your customers in more tangible ways and to give more value for your spend. Join the mobile marketing movement and call us today.
Many people don't even know that they have cabin filters in their vehicles, and most others aren't aware of the health benefits of maintaining your vehicle's cabin filter. Dirty or clogged cabin filter can cause musty odors in your vehicle and cause contaminants to become more concentrated in the cabin that passengers actually breathe more fumes and particles. The cabin filter helps trap pollen, bacteria, dust, and exhaust gas that may find their way into your vehicle's air conditioning, heating, and ventilation system. The filter also prevents leaves, bugs, and other debris from entering the HVAC system. Change your cabin filter. It's a simple preventive maintenance step that goes a long way forward to protecting you and your passengers, as well as your vehicle heating, ventilating, and air conditioning HVAC system. Breathe easy, Virgin Islands, and get your cabin filter replaced today. Visit One Stop Auto at the R&R Balloon Complex at Parkwood Pond, or call us at 495-2886.
Pineapple, orange and apple, peach, bad grape, make that's passion, tangerine from the Caribbean, passion fruit and iced tea.
Turbo Plus, the refreshing family drink with a revved up fruit flavor.
New flavors now available: mango, pineapple ginger, and soursop. Turbo Plus is distributed in the Virgin Islands by Total General Services.
offense under the Littering Abatement Act. Our litter wardens and police officers are hunting for litterers. You will be caught when you least expect. Litterers are subject to a $500 fine or 3 months in prison. Stop littering in our country. You are hurting our environment and you are hurting our economy.
This is the new DL750, made to fit your lifestyle, whatever shape it takes. The new KitKat OS means it's faster and easier to enjoy the apps you love, like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. With colored covers, you can change to match your lifestyle. A 5-megapixel camera with an amazing flash to capture the moments that matter wherever you are. The new DL750, lighter, smarter, brighter. Digicel.
So welcome back, guys. Welcome back. So again, I was just sharing some of my rage with you. I'm asking you tonight to share some of yours. What is your rage? You know, everybody have some kind of rage. Some people raging over cell phone coverage, you know, 4G network when we don't really have any 4G. Some people raging over the roads condition. What is your rage tonight? I just shared some of mine with you. You know, these are things that are irking me every single day when I get on the road. You know, the kind of behavior that we are now engaging in when it comes to this road. And it seems like it's just getting out of hand. People are just doing whatever they want, however they want. And then every time you think that law enforcement going to step it up and really enforce and curb some of this behavior, all you see them doing is just sitting on a corner, walking around the street, you know, in some little blind spot, waiting to see if you're wearing a seatbelt. Like there's no other law being broken. No other thing out there that they need to be focusing on. So share your rage. Let me share some of these texts just now. Somebody said, I agree with you, Sam. Stopping anywhere alongside the road, it will definitely cause somebody to get hurt. Another text said, them taxi men don't care, don't have any consideration. Taxi men, I need to pull up. But I wanna define the two, you know. We got taxi men who go out and work from a tariff, and we got these so-called busmen who are driving taxi plate. Is who's actually giving the bad name to the industry. Them where you see stopping any kind of way, picking up $3 fare and hustling, breaking them neck to go up and down the road. Them ain't no taxi men, you know. Them is people just doing whatever they want to do. So send the call back. I think we're having a little issue with the call. So just call me back, caller. Somebody says, Sam, you're right. Sam, you're right. Someone will get killed before the police act. Someone will get killed before the police act. You know what I mean? Again, we shouldn't have to wait till when somebody get killed anyway. We should just do the right thing, all of us. We should be considerate of others on the road. We should pull off the side of the road. We should stop blocking the road. You can't, there's no sense in saying it's going to take you 30 seconds. It's not. Something always happens. You know what I mean? Something always happens. So let's do the right thing. Another text came in. Somebody wanted to know, how was the ship? The ship was great. Thank you. Thank you. You want to speak your mind? Go ahead, please. Good evening. Turn on your TV just a little bit. I can hear the feedback. I hear feedback. Well, if you ain't right on, ain't no problem. Talk to me. What's your rage? What's your rage? Talk to me.
Give me a chance to talk to him.
My man.
I say the country running good with the cleverness, right?
The country running good with what?
With the cleverness. Mr. Boy.
The country running good with the cleanliness.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right?
man. It's starting to look good.
Yeah, looking good, but I ain't know about all of that taxi driver. I mean, that's true to give everybody a chance to talk. And I mean, I ain't much money on my phone, right?
I heard you.
But I like your show.
Definitely. So what's your rage? That's what I'm asking you tonight. You have any rage about anything, whether it's taxi, whether it's driving, whether it's traffic, whether it's phone, whether it's roads, whatever it is, you have any rage? I know you have a little rage about garbage.
What I'm talking about my department right now, say.
Okay.
Everything my department, I could pull you up. Right?
Your department is public work. Your department is what? Solid waste or public work?
But you just set up already.
Tell me, so the people will know.
My department is public work. Right?
Okay. Well, public work doing a good job.
Okay, thank you.
Public work doing a good job. There's a little bit more you could be doing, but they're doing a good job.
I don't work on the road, but still, I work in public work, right?
Definitely.
But anyhow, I ain't got much money on the star to like highlight my boy, right?
I appreciate the call.
Have a good night, goddamn.
Yeah, man, all times. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Phone lines are wide open, ladies and gentlemen. The text lines are open. Hit me up, call me up, let me know. So back to the text, somebody wanted to know how was the ship. The ship was great. Boy, I tell you, it's like, you know, when you're starving for a long time and all of a sudden you see an opportunity to eat a little something, you know, no matter what it is, even if it's something you never ate before, you didn't like to eat, you're gonna enjoy it. And it was great, you know. I gotta commend the BVI Port, Claude Skelton, the managing director, and the port manager, the chairman of the port. You know, the little area that they give us to work in. Take it from me, it's nice, it's smart, it's a nice, easy turnaround. You know, you could tweak it a little bit. The only thing I would say, Mr. Skelton and Ed DeCastro, I think his name is, we got to look at that top soil that you put down. If it rained, it could create sort of a muddy situation out there. We might want to consider maybe putting some gravel down or something else that could, you know, hold the water off and not create too much of a muddy pig style type of thing. But the entire setup, the concept is great, it's nice. I didn't get much complaint from the people themselves coming off. They understand the fact that we're trying to upgrade and do something better for them. So kudos to you. That's coming from me. Good setup, good flow. But again, you know, we still have a few things we could tweak. I'll be sharing those with you, and you had a lot of eyes on the ground, so I know those eyes probably came back and told you what needs to be done. And Mr. Skelton, I saw you out there yourself paying attention. So, lots of things on the agenda tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I started out by asking you and sharing with you some of my rage, but I'm asking you to share some of yours. You want to speak your mind? Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Sam. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Yeah. I have some issues too.
Talk to me. What is your rage? Be short and be sweet.
Yeah. The stop right up there by Tassia, right?
Uh-huh.
That avenue is coming out to turn in by Tassia because it's carrying a Hamburg. What they should do, keep straight down and turn around by the Red Cross and come back up and go in Tassia.
You're saying instead of taking a right to go into the sports club, they should
Yeah.
block that light and go straight and then make Treasure Isle a turn around.
Yeah, down by the Red Cross because what happened, some people reach here and they stop.
Yeah.
And when they stop there,
Yeah.
that's the traffic all up. Because
yeah.
most of the time we did like they're working.
Yeah.
If you reach any light working, you can make a swing.
Yeah.
If it's not working, they stop there. And traffic back up all the way up, they do it all the way up.
I agree.
So that means it's the other issue is when you going in by the paint man, right? Paint place. The car really needs widening.
Yes.
To now.
Yes.
Something coming down and you're going up, you find you get in a jam right there.
Yes.
So you need widening.
I agree.
The other issue I have is over by the beach, right?
Bargersville by the beach. You mean right under the hill?
Yeah, you need three signs there. You need an entrance sign and an exit sign. And it also need a no passing sign. Because these things continue overtake going up the hill. And if somebody coming from in the beach, right, they would crash because they overtake them on the right hand side.
Yeah.
And you're coming out, and they come at full speed to cause a big accident.
Yeah.
So these stuff they need to address. This is a life and death issue.
Yeah.
You can't put these issues on the back burner. You need to address right away.
Let's put a little bit more fire to that, because all three suggestions you just made is wonderful.
Yeah.
That last one, I'm going to hit that for a minute. That last one of the things I want to add to what you just said is the people who are responsible for that little business there on the side, the gas business, they need to stop parking their vehicles on the road. That's a hazard. That's a problem also. And anybody else who park vehicles there shouldn't be parking there. So I agree with you. You say we need a exit and an entrance sign to help control the flow of traffic up and down that hill and people coming out of the beach.
Yeah, and you need a do not overtake sign there too.
Do not overdo it, yeah. So the line need to be solid.
Yeah, because they overtaking line up the hill, and if you come down from in the beach, you could be a crash there.
Yeah.
That's a life and death situation.
Yeah, no, you're right.
So these things need to not to ban the back burner, but these issues need to address right away.
Definitely.
You know?
And you're saying the light now, because I know the last minister heard this complaint, and I know this new minister heard this complaint. So let's reiterate that complaint again. Simply, they need to take out that turn signal.
Yeah,
they need to allow force people to go down to Treasure. But what about putting in something similar to like a little roundabout at the Treasure intersection you're talking about? So traffic don't have to stop, but it could continue to flow. But then that might cause a little backlog because you're going into the next light.
Exactly.
So what's your...
Because you only got 2 lanes there. So when these people need to turn to go in the pass here, and they can't get on, they're still right there.
Yeah. No, you're right. I
and those vehicles coming on the left hand side, they come in full speed. So if you make a spill out from somebody that stopped there, it's accident gone right there.
Yeah. Well, let me ask, you're an engineer?
No, but I observe things. I'm a carpenter.
So we got probably 3 or 4 civic engineers in public work. We got Dr. Drexel Glasgow, who's a master in these kind of things. You want to tell me up to this day? And he's in with the ministry, I believe. I think he's in the Ministry of Communication office now. He's no longer a public work, which means he's at a higher level. You want to tell me we got these people who are supposed to be implementing these changes? Thanks a lot, Carla. Anything else before you go? Anything else before you go, because you're on the right track?
Okay, that's all for now.
All right, we appreciate that.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is your age? That caller just gave 3 beautiful suggestions, you know. Courtney, what do you think? What's your age? Courtney, I start out the show by asking people what is their age, but I shared 3 or 4 of my age with them. Okay. You know, and I'm asking them to share theirs. Okay. That's my new thing now when I start the shows. Instead of saying, what's your complaint, what is your age? Yeah. You know what I mean? Give people a chance to express themselves.
If you have any.
If you have any. And it would be short and be sweet. And that caller just called about 3 really important things that causing a huge problem. He's right. When you turn it in there by the paint company, you know, it's a huge problem.
We have a call. Let's go to the phone. Good evening. You have free speaking mind. Go ahead, please.
Hello, good night, Courtney.
Good night. How are you?
Well, I'm calling from the North Song.
Hey, I love how you up there. That's all I could tell you before you start your age.
Okay.
And wait, before you start, again, I love y'all in Virgin Gorda. You know why? I'll tell you why. Virgin Gorda had a meeting just a week and a half ago. And the premier, no matter what they try to tell I, like I can't see with eye on to eye. I set them straight. I love I for that. So keep up the good work. All right, go ahead now. What's your age?
I'm living in the Gun Creek. And I I walk the road like 5 days a week to the dock to take a boat to go to work. And the garbage, oh my God, the garbage, the plates and the bottle and the paper, it's terrible. And now it's tourist season.
Okay.
And the dock by the Owen Harrigan building, it used to have a garbage bin there. It don't have it anymore. Okay. So when the tourists come by boat, they put their garbage right there, they pick up the bags and the garbage fly all over the place.
Wow.
So we need to do something about this tourist season now.
Let me ask you, where's most of that garbage coming from?
It be local people. That's really people from here, but people who don't care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a local garbage. It's named garbage coming off boats or anything. It's people depositing the garbage. It just don't have enough.
Fly. And even to the south side. I'm living on the way to the south side. Sometimes you see me out there picking up bottles and different things because tourists walk down that way to go down to the Jumbie Shack. And it's not looking good for tourism and business.
That's right. Okay. What's your suggestion? You said you need a garbage bin closer to that one other location.
I have one there, but for months now we don't have it.
Uh-huh.
And we need to pay more attention in picking up the garbage.
Okay.
Get somebody. It used to have people years ago cleaning the road, but those two people gone on with their loved ones. And there's nobody doing it.
Wow. Well, we're going to try to get to the bottom of that because if it's private contractors responsible for picking up the garbage, if there's some issue, we should know about it. And the government should take some kind of action to rectify the problem. Because you're right, Virgin Gorda is a billionaire destination territory island, you know.
I know.
Not millionaires. Billionaires live in Virgin Gorda.
Well, they're not looking forward to where we are passing every day. And the whatever you want to call it, the up-to-date island, and they're studying down there.
Understand. But I tell you something, and I'm gonna jump the limb on this one. You know, I remember years ago, roommate with a guy who used to work for Waste Management, a big company up in the States. And his job was to go into areas, look at the competition, find ways to discredit the competition so Waste Management could get the business in the contract. I hope these kind of things ain't happening in Virgin Gorda. So let's do the right thing and get it clean.
Valley, but I know for the north, so it's terrible.
I understand.
Yeah, because sometimes I back the commercial what I see on TV when it's throwing garbage all over the place. I take down that number and I call the lady.
And what she said?
She said she was looking to.
She's still looking into it? It's like looking into it why you can't duck at the duck. Them still looking into it?
Yeah, because the garbage been in there. I passed this Friday night because I work 5 nights a week.
Yeah.
And the 2 bags with garbage there, and it used to have a green bin there. They don't have it there anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not there.
Well, can you get 5 other people with you starting Monday and call the Minister of Communication and Works office? I think he's responsible for that, the whole department, whether it's Public Works, Solid Waste, or whether it's a private contractor. And I bombard his office, call him up, call to speak to him. You know what I mean? And tell him your complaint. Get 5 other people, that'll be 6 of you all together. Make at least 3 calls each day until you get something done about it. I guarantee they're going to listen to you that way.
Okay, Sam, you have a good night.
Thank you for the call, sweetie. Have a good night yourself.
Good night.
Okay, good night.
Well, Sam, it seems like these garbage issues are not going to go away anytime soon.
But why is that? Why is that, Courtney? What's the root of that problem right there?
Well,
What's the root?
Like the lady said, you know, we have a garbage disposal problem, and we're trying one way to deal with it. Maybe we need to start looking at other ways to deal with it.
So more like recycling and stuff.
Yeah, and like you said, you know, waste management is big business.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
of course.
I think it was the last show or the show before I raised the issue about you know, charging a levy on the bottles and the cans and when they come in. But I guess that's you know, that's left for people who want to make it an issue, or if some entrepreneur come in and decides to set up a business and maybe at that point someone might see the need for it.
It ain't gonna be me and you, I tell you that.
No.
There'll be some entrepreneur who might have a special meeting at one of them private islands off island because their ideas seem to be better, even though it's the same idea we've been presenting for years. So your idea is great, but you know how it is. When it's coming from me and you, it ain't worth it. So that's another topic. We're gonna touch that another time because I have people calling me just this week, Courtney, asking me things like, what's our energy policy? You know, we just had one of the biggest conference in energy here in BVI. And up to this day, we hear nothing about it. We've seen a few snippets here and there in the paper talking about what's coming. We got businesses going out of business because they can't afford to pay their power bill.
Right.
You know, it's foolishness. And our system ain't working for the businessman in this country.
And one of my colleagues had a big say about the price of fuel on another talk show here the other day. And I see that they picked it up in the news and they broadcast it on the news and everything. But I went to the pump. I don't always deal with the news. I deal with the pump. I went to the pump and I cussed out the pump. I had a little conversation with the pump and I cussed the pump. I tell those people, don't listen to me because I ain't talking to them. I'm talking to the pump.
Yeah.
And I let out my frustration on the pump.
Yeah.
Right? Imagine fuel gone down now to a record low, and they're predicting now that for this winter season it's going to go even lower.
Yeah.
And
I saw that.
And we still haven't seen any reduction. Here where I want to see the reduction. I mean, the pump is one place, but you know where I really want to see the reduction? In the food. You know why? Transportation is a component part of the food price.
That's right.
And we've been hearing all the time that the reason why the food's so expensive is because transportation
Costs are getting it here.
The costs are getting it here.
Yeah.
So I'm still hopeful.
Well, that's the same thing you hear when they talk about this fuel surcharge. What is a fuel surcharge?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
So
yeah,
it's just ridiculous. So, anyway, guys, share your rage. We want to hear from you tonight. Let's start a little fire together.
From Anegada to Josh Van Dyke.
All the way down. Anegada, I had one thing on my lineup sheet. Anegada, Aya should be screaming, especially the business people over there who own that car rental that burned up and didn't have a fire truck. Y'all should be screaming. Whenever they come over, do what they do in Virgin Gorda. You're in the 9th district. Stop sleeping. Stop listening to the rhetoric. Stand up and challenge the conversation. Stop it. Stop sleeping. Don't wait till when it hits you and then becomes a problem. You might not own the business, you might not own the car rental, but you should be appalled as well. You should be upset to know that somebody, tourist in this case, but it could be a family member, in a vehicle caught fire, middle of the night, no fire truck, no rescue. I mean, my God, man. And we are attracting billionaires to our country. We are billionaires ourselves, those of us who live here. We are billionaires, we're rich people. But imagine they don't even think about us. So them preparing the BVI for are coming here, but them themselves can't even get help if they need it. Y'all should be upset. Y'all should be making noise. Call us tonight and let us know what's going on, because this needs to be out there. And if y'all ain't making a noise, trust me, I ain't gonna start the fire for you. I'll help you with the fire, but I ain't gonna start it. So if you don't want to say anything because you're afraid you might lose the little deal you got walking around the corner, you might not get a little road contract, you might not get a bush cutting contract, or them promising you a few blocks to build that wall around your house. At the end of the day, the wall gonna break down. No. It gonna fall down because it ain't gone up right. So don't sit back and expect somebody else to start the fire for you. Call us and let us know. Courtney, what you got there? She got a bunch of text there.
Boy, that's a lot of hot topic here.
Of course. I mean, I got a lot on the thing. Another thing we saw just recently that's coming up next week. The people will have an opportunity to go here. What's happening with it is this port investment. You know, the government, the special purpose vehicle, that's what they call it. So it's going to be at HLSCC. Ladies and gentlemen, it's important. If you want to invest, this is the opportunity to get the information firsthand and ask the question. Go do a little homework, research, whatever it is they say they're going to be selling, see if it's something worth your while. A lot of you have some money sitting around under the mattress just waiting to do whatever I don't know with it. There's an opportunity. You could invest in something. Go get the information. HLSCC, I believe it starts at 8 o'clock at night, but get there at 7.
You have a call. Yeah, good evening. You're free speaking, man. Go right ahead, please.
Good evening. All right.
It's a live show.
If we missed that
Yeah,
call,
you could always call back.
yeah, hit us back. Don't put the kids to call. Call yourself. Don't put the kids
Someone
to
put
call.
a text in that says, Sam, good night. First of all, what is the cost for a trip for 3 from the airport and the dollar for real doing those? Yeah, I'll get to it. Let's go to the call. Good evening. You're speaking mind. Go right ahead, please.
Good evening. I called to tell Sam that the garbage disposal is under the Ministry of Health, not under Public Works.
Ministry of Health, thank you.
And then we need to change our way of parking when the vehicles park at the by the town wholesale in town. They need to park backward, park forward and then reverse back on the street. All these places, the hot business places, need to ask the customer to change their parking style.
Mm-hmm. So reverse in so you could pull right out.
Right, because it's causing that hold up in traffic and everything.
And cleanup is under the Ministry of Health. So my good friend Ronnie is responsible, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to pull him up.
And the senior planning has inspecting new buildings. They need to inspect them old buildings. When earthquake pass, a lot of people will perish in them buildings. You have a lot of buildings. You've seen steel cracking showing up in the roof and everything. These buildings need to demolish.
Yeah, condemn them. You're right.
They have the power to do that. You're correct.
Well, if they see out of the new ones, why they can't see out of the old ones?
You're absolutely right, Carla.
We need to put pressure on them to do that.
Yeah, well, you're doing the right thing. You calling.
You're making
and
the call.
You're putting it out there. If you don't put it out there, we don't know. Because we can't see everything. You seeing some, another person seeing some. So that's great.
Okay.
All right, appreciate the call.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, Courtney, I think you got another call coming in. But again, people have an opportunity to invest if they want. And you said, hit me up on that text again.
Another one that came in said transportation. Oh boy, call right back in the call. Good evening. You've reached speaking mind. Go right ahead, please.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Charlie Bobozi, Ghana.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I know we used to have where the guys who's responsible for trimming in the street side.
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden, it's not being trimmed anymore. It's all overgrown. And was in part of being one of the tourist industrial part of this territory. It may to be better to it, especially now with the upcoming season is upon us.
Well, Carla, can I share something with you?
Yes.
I'm sure with your call and your help, those responsible will maybe make a conscious decision to change their approach. But I'm going to put a little politics in it, and I'm going to step out on a limb. I could be wrong, but the 9th district is an opposition district. I'm going to put a little politics in it and tell you that District 1, District 2, District 3, and District 9. If you're in the transportation business, if you're in the taxi business, in the toll business, you'll know. And Tortola, these districts, 80% of their areas is where we take our tourists. Is what the tourists enjoy about our destination. And all 4 of those districts are the ones having problems with lookout spots, cleanliness, areas for pull off and so forth. Why? Thanks for the call. I appreciate that. I'm glad you put that out there and hope that if people are responsible, tourist board, come out to your safety net. Do what needs to be done. Say what needs to be said. Let's do it. Communication and work. And if this falls under the good minister, Mr. Skelton again, come on, stop playing politics. We in the heart of tourist season. They just start. I driving around on a tour, and the people am asking me, well, they're saying to me I can't see anything. But they know it must be beautiful. I mean, come on, let's be real. Let's be real. At the end of the day, don't matter what district it's in, Courtney, all of us gonna get hot.
Yeah.
It's gonna just make the district, the territory look bad. So Carla, anything else you wanna share? You still there?
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks again. Huh?
Yeah,
All right.
appreciate that.
Thanks for the call.
So the 9th district, and let me tell you something, Courtney. Virgin Gorda, I ain't putting Virgin Gorda over Tatola or over Josephine like any place. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. You've speak your mind. Go right ahead, please.
Good evening. Talk to us.
Good night, gentlemen.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, just as you was on the topic with Virgin Gorda, and I was just over there doing a little job, and I was just talking to some friends over there, and they was mentioning to me just the other day, when this guy they had get his throat slit with the grinder or whatnot.
Yeah.
They were saying that he walked into the hospital, but I don't know if he didn't have a physician or whatever to take care of him. And he has to jump on the boat to head to Tola. And well, you know the story how it went. But I think at this day and age, I don't know how the clinic over there is operate, but they need to have somebody on deck 24/7 who can, if an accident happens in the night, and I don't know how the transportation system arrange over there for accidents in the night, or to bring people to you know. So that's something I believe at this day and age, and there's as you say, a multi-million-dollar country.
Billion.
$billion.
Yeah, we got a lot of billionaires up there. Investors.
No, Carla, you're correct. You know, that we at this stage in our development, we should have already have a permanent place on Virgin Gorda,
fully staffed,
where you can stabilize.
At least have somebody there to see that, to make sure, like, if an accident happens, they can take it over there. You know, I would like to know that something happened to me over there and I go in the bed.
Yeah, but that's so true. I mean, one of the residents was talking with me about a similar situation, and the person was telling me it became a personal issue because it involved a family member, and they were saying that they're themselves embarrassed to know that at this stage in our development we're still back in this situation that we've been in for the last 20 years or so, and. Just look next door. Just look in St. John. They have the De Castro Clinic. I mean, name like me, but at least they have an ambulance and they have a place there where they can stabilize a person before moving them. And I think that's the bare minimum we're asking for at this point. Anything more than that would be, we'll be thankful for.
Well, the government have some good plans for Virgin Gorda. I know. They want to do over the dock, a loading dock. They have plans for the hospital, and they have a lot of plans in the future. I was telling my friend, I said, all they need a next Mark Van Kapoor over there who live in there, who on the spot to help take care. We need somebody who live in there, Virgin Gordian, who know the people who ride there, not living over into Tola and going over there. Somebody who there and seeing everything what happening to help the infrastructure there, I was sharing my thoughts with him because he's saying now that we have no representation.
They have 5 representatives.
One man can do everything.
They have 5 representatives. Each district have 5 representatives. They have 4 at large and 1 district.
Okay. But on a positive note, I must say, a lot of small developments are kind of overseen happening around the islands, because when not close to 2 months ago, I don't know if it's public roads, they're doing some jobs down Eastern, down by
the bridge.
And Hannah's, they have some roads going down there, and Junkin Garden Bay through Bruce Bay, they're running. So a lot of people are I've seen a lot of people getting, I don't know if it's lines they're running.
Yes.
A lot of people getting a job, the cruise ship project, a lot of people who are working, getting a job. So I'm not on a positive spin. The country being stimulated, and that's my contribution tonight. So have a good night.
All right, thanks very much for that. And I'm going to continue on what you're saying and saying that if these things were in the news a little bit more, people would feel or they would understand the movement of the country, because rightfully, as you're saying, when construction starts begin to pick up, that's a sign that the economy is bouncing back. But ladies and gentlemen, as the persons that make this show possible always do, they require us to take a break. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with you.
Today, phones are making the world go round. As marketers know, we have to get our message across to the right people at the right time and in the right place. But the problem is, the things we used to use are getting pretty expensive. Of course, we could try to make traditional media more effective, but there's an easier and more effective way. Digicel More is Digicel's mobile marketing arm, connecting marketers to the right people at the right time and in the right place. You give us your message, we deliver it. When you want, you can now target the market or target your market by harnessing the power of the Digicel network and applying or segmenting criteria. And when it comes to value, our CPM is an actual CPM. You get the 1,000 impressions you pay for. If someone doesn't get the message because the phone was turned off, you don't pay for it. We're not the only ones who see mobile marketing as the way forward. We already have many satisfied clients who have benefited from Digicel More. We're here to create even more opportunities for you to connect with your customers in more tangible ways and to give more value for your spend. Join the mobile marketing movement and call us today.
Cheers to the BVI's Restaurant Week this November 14th to the 23rd. Food lovers, rejoice! This is the week where dining is reduced to meet everyone's budget. Our participating restaurants are opening their doors for you to experience some of the finest cuisine in the British Virgin Islands. Discounted menus make it more inviting for you and your family or friends to enjoy a night of dining. Join us for the Visiting Chef Cook-Offs and watch our local chefs compete for the title against the Food Network Chop Champion. Taste of the BVI starts on Tortola at the Noah Lloyd Positive Action Movement Park on November 14th from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. and in Virgin Gordas Yacht Harbor on November 15th from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. Foodie fans, this one is for you. Visit www.pvifoodfed.com for more information.
Hi there! Welcome to Botanic Service Station, your number one Sol gas fill-ups in the British Virgin Islands. Try our delicious hot wings or pizza with your favorite toppings, made fresh every day. Try it. I know you'll love it.
Need a cold drink? We have the widest variety, the cheapest and coldest in town.
Just a friendly reminder, we have a wide range of vehicle maintenance products.
Oils, coolant, batteries, air fresheners, and our number one product, Sol Gas. The best gasoline that will take you further and keep your engine running cleaner. Do you love to cook? We have your LPG right here for your convenience. Open from 7 a.m. to 11 o'clock p.m. Chances are you'll be stopping by the Botanic Service Station today, so just grab a cold drink while you're there.
This is the new DL750, made to fit your lifestyle, whatever shape it takes. The new KitKat OS means it's faster and easier to enjoy the apps you love, like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. With colored covers you can change to match your lifestyle. A 5-megapixel camera with an amazing flash to capture the moments that matter wherever you are. The new DL750, lighter, smarter, brighter. Digicel.
I should.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Hey, I want to say thanks a lot for all the texts, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Especially the ones who are criticizing me and Courtney, but criticizing us. Yes, thank you for that. Again, criticism is good in this case because it only helps us to get stronger and smarter. And for the person who texting about the cows, if you own cow up Fire Hill, curb your cow. There is a lot on the book that says something about if a cow come in your yard or any type of animal come in your yard, destroying your yard, you have the right to hold it and lock it down and take it and then reclaim some kind of reward. So do what you gotta do. If somebody got cow roaming in Fire Hill, man, curb your cow. Go get your cow. Stop letting your cow out in the middle of the street, causing a problem and pooping all over people's yard and in the road, and it's disgusting. And for the folks who call about the garbage, you're right. The garbage situation, a lot of it is our fault. We are nasty people. And until we realize that, we ain't gonna get nothing done. So, Courtney, you got a lot of text there, boy.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ain't get to have these texts. Courtney's a text man, but I know we ain't get to have these texts.
Good evening. You're Speak Your Minds. Go right ahead, please.
Hey, good night, folks.
Good night.
Good night.
Young gentleman looking fine tonight, man.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah,
thanks. You just boost our ego. What's
Yeah,
your rage?
yeah,
Or what's your compliment? Somebody just told us that we here talking about rage, and there's so much things the government has done that we could praise, and we need to have more pride. We ain't ask you not to praise. We ask you what's your rage, but if you have something you want to praise, whoever you are,
Go right ahead.
You NDP government supporter out there sending these secret texts, praise. Send it in, call it in, let your voice be heard. Stop hiding behind the text.
Anyway.
Talk to us, Carla.
Yes. Okay, I have a rage.
What is your rage?
Concerning this dollar bus.
Yes, the dollar bus.
For real, Sam, that driver of that bus is inconsiderate.
Bad.
Like you said, stopping at corners, stopping abruptly, you understand?
Yeah.
And making life dangerous for other road users.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I don't know if the police don't see the speed limit.
They know. The people who are running the government, the people who are running the city, the people who are running the police department, they know. Yeah. They know what the complaints are. Mm-hmm. So they know. They know this guy is an animal. He's out there doing foolishness.
It's something needs to be done.
Well, I don't know what's going to get done. I'm going to put a little politics in it, like I like to do.
Yeah, Mr.
The people who own the bus system maybe have some special arrangement with the government and the person responsible in the government, and maybe they just don't care. Maybe it's just their way of saying, man, go do whatever you got to do to make it. And that's what they do. It seems like that's the case because how can we have...
I get to understand that the government subsidizing that bus.
I don't know what the government doing, but what I'm saying to you, Carla, listen to me. I'm using logic. I have a government that's sound, strong, good thinkers, action men and women, go doers, get things done right. Mr. Minister, allow this bus. Remember, this dollar bus just came in as a result of Carnival, you know?
Yeah.
So how is it the bus is on the road doing what he wants to do, and the system you telling me didn't put nothing in place, didn't put no guidance in place, didn't commit them to doing anything right, so he could just get on the road and obstruct traffic?
Yeah, doing one.
Well, then if he's doing that, then I'm saying, you quote me on this, then maybe the government is allowing him to do it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What else to do? What else to say?
Yeah.
If the government knows there's a complaint. I heard out of my own ears, people running the city, telling other people, they've had meetings with the same bus operators them. Yeah. And they're trying to find alternative place for them to stop. Trying to find what? Put them in place and tell them that is your stop. Somebody getting off at 1 mark, there's a stop here. You stop here or else pull them off the Bleakin Road.
let me repeat this point. I know some time ago, right, when Mr. Favor was in power, he had erected certain bus stop along the
yes.
route. What happened to this stuff?
Well, Mr. Fraser, God bless him, didn't finish his job right. I can hit him too. He did not finish his job right. He put something, a good idea in place. We need the bus service. Poor people living in this country, they need help. Fine.
You really need it.
Fine. I ain't knocking that. Put them in place. We ain't got no scheduling. We ain't got no tariff in law. We ain't got no tariff in law. Hold on, let me help you. We ain't got no proper scheduling. We ain't got a tariff nowhere in law that commit and govern these buses. We have a bunch of people who are driving taxi but busing, and then we have the commissioner of taxi livery telling us that it's fine to do what I'm doing because I'm helping out the bus. But yet you have a bus in the Gazette under the law.
Yeah.
So I mean, Mr. Fraser tried. He tried,
yeah.
But no, the Minister for Communication, Mr. Mark Vanterpool, is the one in charge. He knows. This is the first time in a very long time, my friend, we have a taxi commission that's actually functioning. We have a chairman, we got a board members, and we got a commissioner. But yet we got more violation in the law, in the system, than we did when we didn't have all that in place. Something wrong.
Next point. You as a taxi operator.
I do.
Give me what is the tariff? Let's say 3 persons getting a bus from the airport.
To go where?
To come to anywhere like Barber's Bay or let's say Fort Buffalo.
Any place coming into town is considered town from the airport.
Yeah.
It's $12 a person. 3 or more in the vehicle.
My God, the other day I came in with my family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I took a bus. And when I got home, I told people it is man, I said, well, I had a 20 in my hand because I know the last time I paid 20. To my surprise, that woman told me $35.
36 it should have been.
You could believe that?
It was a bus or was she a taxi?
A taxi.
You took it from the airport?
Yeah.
Okay. And you went to the dispatcher. The dispatcher gave you a receipt?
No. I didn't went to the dispatcher. She was in the line.
Okay. The person was in the line.
Yeah, I asked her walking.
And it was 3 of you, 3 grown people.
3 grown people.
Well, she ain't rob you.
That should be 36.
That's the fare. $36. $12 a person.
I don't know because I know one time I said over 2 you pay X or whatever.
No. Let me help you. The taxi carrier charges $28 for 2 people.
Anyway, that's for that.
Okay. But you ain't get robbed. But you understand, you do have choices. You could walk out now on the side of the road to catch the bus. Because the bus then will bring your tongue for like $2. You know them doing it now, so you could catch the bus. You have choices now.
Okay, my final point.
Definitely. Right. Tell me your last rage.
This road rage thing, it's getting into the north. We talk so much about this roundabout with the buses, people stopping to look right and whatnot around the roundabout area there.
Yeah.
It is a disaster waiting to happen. Also, within the junction where people come over for 1 month to look right, especially who live in Porto. It is a dangerous situation the person there.
Yeah.
And you have vehicles, you have buses, and they would stop for them there.
Yeah.
Why the police is not doing something about it? It is waiting to happen. Like you said with the dollar bus, this situation happens, somebody will get run down and get killed.
I could tell you why the police ain't gonna do nothing. Because the last meeting we had up at the college, Mr. Henley, the policeman, was there giving a defensive talk, driving talk. You know what he said? And I brought that same question up to Mr. Henley. He said, well, Mr. Henry, you know, you're in the business, you just have to learn defensive driving. He said, you just got to plant in your head that you know when you're coming back to that roundabout, going around the corner, there's a possibility that some idiot gonna stop in the road. All of a sudden, when the flow of traffic picking up, some person gonna be walking across the street hoping to catch a dollar bus. And he said you just have to drive defensively now. That's what Mr. Henley tell me. If I'm wrong, he'll correct me. But I was there. I was who asked the question. I was sitting in the back, so everybody who was in the room heard me. Because it's one of my problems. It's a bad place.
I can tell you, it happened to me twice. And that's why I'm really outraged.
Well, it's good. It's good you're calling now.
I nearly get accidented twice, but because I was vigilant.
Yeah.
It's just because I was vigilant, you know.
Yeah.
But it's a very, very dangerous situation coming around the corner.
Yeah.
Because you imagine somebody coming around the corner doing like 30, 40 mph, right?
Yeah.
What do you think happened to slam into somebody?
Well, I mean, we see that happen already. We see a scooter man get killed right there on the corner across the street.
Yeah.
We see people get run on all the time. They get mashed up.
And the monkey accident happened already.
Yeah.
Anyway, my brother, you guys will continue doing your good work.
Yes. Well, keep doing what you do. Keep supporting taxi when you need a taxi. And check the price. We do have a dispatch at the airport. But again, you know you have buses too. So you have choices now.
Yes, my brother.
Yeah, appreciate the call.
All right, thanks for the call.
Thank you, man.
Courtney, you see that roundabout downtown?
Yeah.
That little situation there where people go on the corner there and wait.
Yeah.
And they sit there and they wait, hoping that they catch a ride first before the bus come. And the bus man them, inconsiderately, will stop there. The only cop who used to enforce that whole thing was RoboCop, and he's now no longer available. He gone, you know, because the in the law, Courtney, clearly stated you cannot interrupt the flow of traffic. Just intentionally doing those kind of things.
Yep.
You know, but I Courtney, we again, you know, get that car.
Good evening. You have reached Speak Your Mind. Go right ahead, please.
Yes, good night, guys. Good night, Courtney and Henry.
Good night.
What's up?
We're here trying to listen to you.
You know, the whole thing.
Talk up a little bit louder.
Yes, the whole thing was going on here, right?
A powerful voice, yeah.
It seemed like either the law gone out to the door.
This is a lawless country.
I gone out to the door, okay.
I say it's a lawless country. Say it with me, it's a lawless country.
Listen, which I always say.
Talk into the microphone.
Listen, like I always said to you all, right, that you have to blame locals because they are part of disrespecting their own place a lot of times. Okay, and if strangers see you respecting your own place, they're gonna do it. Okay, so this is what. But come to you what we call about. You continue hearing about guns. Y'all ain't speaking about guns.
Lot of gun play.
Guns going on, gun this. The police commissioner and the labor, the immigration, custom, they have to get together, boss, and say, where are we going with this country? Coming around law and also with the premier. Where are we going with this thing? Our little country is still good, you know. It's still good. But if we do not do something and tighten up what's going on here in the BVI with guns, we'll be in a heap of trouble. Because think it have a kind of way them young boys come and shoot you like nothing and things like that. We don't want that happen here. And the public, the people them also need to get serious too. Because they also playing a blind eye to a lot of things that are going on here in the BVI. And if you do not straighten up these things and say enough is enough, you could be in a lot of trouble, boss man Henry. We're not speaking out, and also as parents, we're not showing no example at teaching our young men today when them get
and women, young women too.
Right.
Okay.
When they get in trouble, twice, 3 times, I'm not condoning it with you, and you have to bear your oath. You understand? And leave your stay in the jail. Okay, and bear your oath. And if we do not do that in this BVI, copper smoke with pipe, because every time you listen to the radio now, it's some young man shooting somebody, and somebody know who shooting. Okay? We building a country, we building some youngsters having criminal activities in this place, and when it hit the fan, everybody wants to help one another, and we know what's going on here. And I think the commissioner, the premier, and custom need to get together and see where we're going with this place with laws. If we gonna let the people do what they want, let them do what they want. If we have police come on, start to tighten up the belt.
But Carla,
with immigration also, boss.
But Carla, you hear me say more than one time already that we have a security council. All those people you're talking about, they make up the security council. What they need to do is they need to get together and come to the public and say what they're planning to do. It's as simple as that.
Yes, but the public also have to work with the police and everybody.
Yeah, but the reason why we have a security council is so they could put things in place, so they could put policy in place, and everybody would follow.
Put them policy in place and you don't have to come out administrating it. You know, listen, you don't set a young man up on the road riding a scooter without any oil in the scooter, they mean on a belly, they mean on a dick, they mean on a that.
I see them.
Anytime they get run down, okay? Anytime they got in a car for them bike, who there will be a problem to Bola? It's going to be a problem to you, and it's going to be a problem to the politician, because when the parents come to you and ask if they mean money to send away the child to Jamaica, United States, that's where the problem is like. We don't check these.
Carla, is a bigger problem than that. First of all, if they ever get run down, in a number of cases, the scooter not licensed, or the person not wearing a helmet, and in some cases they run away from the accident, and you don't, and police have a problem because they don't have anybody to prosecute. It's a bigger problem than that.
So we need to sit down. Where we going, boss? Because listen, you hear. I was surprised when I heard Friday where the boy AK the big gun in a house. And I said, in a house. And I said, the gun them in a foot. Them in a hand. And I said, and if we do not put a stop to this nonsense, boss, we're in a lot of trouble. I don't care whether you're a friend, my brother, you're wrong. Okay? But here, have a thing, I'm going to tell you plain out, We have a saying here, but I don't listen to a lot of people. If we go lock up, we own. So if you own doing nonsense, it's okay. You shouldn't get locked up. If you're born here, you shouldn't get locked up. If you're violating your country, you shouldn't get locked up. But the foreigners should get locked up, but you shouldn't get locked up. I mean, I tell you the truth. That's how people are saying. How you could lock up we own? If a politician do wrong, he should get locked up. Ask me the question. If a politician do wrong, he should get locked up because he's from here.
No, anybody that contravenes the law should have to understand the penalty, or as we would say, would have to suffer the consequences. If we're supposed to be law-abiding citizens, so if you remember to break the law, you first have to make up in your mind that you're going in a particular direction that's against the law. So once you do that, you know the consequences. But when you're talking about this, you have to talk about it in context too. We have people up in the prison who never ever been tried, and they've been up there for 3-4 years, and this is the kind of society we live in as well. Boss, we have to look at ourselves and decide where we're going.
Listen again, it's really tough, it's really hard, and we gotta get serious about here. Because we talk about tourism, we building this.
But you can't be sending a different message to one part of the public and then sending a different message to another part. You have to be consistent with the message.
You know, and I heard them in a blog because call me where you want, but that's all right. I don't tell them I live here and I love here. I grew up here. I'm a born Division and I'm proud of the BVI, but I don't want to see get ruined by I don't care who it is. I like law and discipline. You understand? And who I call immigration, custom, and the they need to get together and see where we going and tighten up, boss. We got to tighten up. Help the police. And the public have to help the police. If you don't help the police, boss, you'll be your own prisoner in your own country. Because your young man will come and do you what you want and get away with it. Nobody never said nothing. And we got to get really serious here about what's going on. You know what I mean? So, brother, somebody may want to call in. I will listen. Because this is something that...
Yeah, but you're raising a very important issue, though, because it speaks about the quality of life in the islands, you know? And it is important that we maintain some quality of life because we know where we used to be and we know where we are now. And I'm pretty sure we're not going to get back to where we were, but at least we have to try to maintain some quality of life for us and for the children who come in after us. You agree?
Yeah, man. But Brother Henry, as I tell you, that there are some youngsters here which the parents them need to serious get involved because a lot of people the thief is going bad here now. Because a friend of my own went in his shop and tried to thief thing and then the thief a man. I don't know how come we cannot thief the community. All of this kind of thing going on in this place. Stealing.
Change, my brother. Change.
Huh?
Change. We're changing.
Yeah, but if you go court now, you know, they got the same man who just thief. But that's my content saying. Don't let me be no juror. I can tell you publicly. Don't let me be no juror and no robbery case, no gun case. You can't mind and make up. You're going up. That's me. You know, but I'm going to leave somebody calling back.
All right, Carl.
Okay. Good night, brother.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot for the call. Good call.
Thanks. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back for probably our last segment. So get ready if you want to call in. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
This is the new DL750, made to fit your lifestyle, whatever shape it takes. The new KitKat OS means it's faster and easier to enjoy the apps you love like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. With colored covers you can change to match your lifestyle. A 5-megapixel camera with an amazing flash to capture the moments that matter wherever you are. The new DL750, lighter, smarter, brighter. Digicel.
Cheers to a month of mouth-watering events. Join us this November for a series of exciting culinary experiences such as the Barefoot Gourmet Soiree, with proceeds donated towards hospitality scholarships for local students. Or experience an evening with our participating hotels, hosting visiting chefs from around the globe. Join our Restaurant Week cook-offs and sample special discounted menu items. Every Friday of the month, our chefs prepare savory local dishes. Head to Virgin Gorda for the first ever On the Rocks bar crawl. This food-filled month climaxes on the Drowned Island at the 2nd Annual Anegada Lobster Festival. Visit www.bbifoodfest.com or call the BVI Tourist Board at 284-494-3134 for more details.
peach, go send them a grape, we'll make it dance. Passion tangerine from the Caribbean, passion fruit and iced tea.
Turbo Plus, the refreshing family drink with a revved up fruit flavor.
New flavors now available: mango, pineapple ginger, and soursop. Turbo Plus is distributed in the Virgin Islands by Total General Services.
Today, phones are making the world go round. As marketers know, we have to get our message across to the right people at the right time and in the right place. But the problem is, the things we used to use are getting pretty expensive. Of course, we could try to make traditional media more effective, but there's an easier and more effective way. Digicel More is Digicel's mobile marketing arm, connecting marketers to the right people at the right time and in the right place. You give us your message, we deliver it. When you want, you can now target the market or target your market by harnessing the power of the Digicel network and applying or segmenting criteria. And when it comes to value, our CPM is an actual CPM. You get the 1,000 impressions you pay for. If someone doesn't get the message because the phone was turned off, you don't pay for it. We're not the only ones who see mobile marketing as the way forward. We already have many satisfied clients who have benefited from Digicel More. We're here to create even more opportunities for you to connect with your customers in more tangible ways and to give more value for your spend. Join the mobile marketing movement and call us today.
Hi there, welcome to Botanic Service Station, your number one Sol gas fill-ups in the British Virgin Islands. Try our delicious hot wings or pizza with your favorite toppings, made fresh every day. Try it, I know you'll love it.
Need a cold drink? We have the widest variety, the cheapest and coldest in town.
Just a friendly reminder, we have a wide range of vehicle maintenance products.
Oils, coolant, batteries, air fresheners, and our number one product, Sol Gas. The best gasoline that will take you further and keep your engine running cleaner. Do you love to cook? We have your LPG right here for your convenience. Open from 7 a.m. to 11 o'clock p.m. Chances are you'll be stopping by the Botanic Service Station today. So just grab a cold drink while you're there.
This is the new DL750, made to fit your lifestyle, whatever shape it takes. The new KitKat OS means it's faster and easier to enjoy the apps you love, like Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. With colored covers you can change to match your lifestyle. A 5-megapixel camera with an amazing flash to capture the moments that matter wherever you are. The new DL750, lighter, smarter, brighter. Digicel.
Welcome back, guys. We got a little bit of time left. We got about 20 minutes left. So if you want to get in on a conversation, feel free to ring the phone up, send your text. But you know, the texts are big, the phones are ringing, and it's hard to get to the text. But I want to say to the person who just sent out the challenge, hey, thank you. You're right. Talk show hosts need to get from behind the camera and do a little bit more community. So if you have an idea, if you're involved with something, I will accept your challenge. Just call me up and invite me out. I'll be there. live and direct. You got garbage to pick up, call me. I ain't got no problem with that. So don't feel no way. So keep sending your text, right? Because it's encouraging. Y'all speak your mind. Go ahead, please.
Go right ahead.
Hello.
Yes, me again.
All right. Talk to us.
Listen, you talking about garbage. They say they got some ward nose. Where them is?
You say they got some what?
Garbage ward nose.
Oh, ward nose. The guys who don't.
But Carla, you didn't hear my take on that, right?
No, I just told him, man. I just told him.
No. This is about 2 weeks ago. I was saying, we know that we have the garbage wardness situation. We know that people throw their garbage all over the street and all that kind of stuff, right? Why not try a different approach? A lot of other countries, what they do is they put a requirement when you bring in the stuff, when you bring in the bottles and the cans and the plastic, and you have to pay. You have to leave some money with the government. And then when you return them, you get back your money. That is why you see some cities are so clean, because garbage is money, it's potential money. And people understand when you hit them in the pocket. Okay?
Yeah, but also, if you have the wardeners them out, they're doing them duty.
You ain't gonna find anybody with any wardeners. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
It does not work.
Okay, I try to get one at job.
But you don't just want to try to make me laugh. I don't know that, you know.
No,
go ahead.
I tried to get one at job. I went up the office. They tell me I have to be working for government. I said, all right, I went no further. You understand? Because I know nonsense. Sometimes see people driving with the garbage in the back of the car. Sometimes they forget to their back there, then drive along the road with it next to the drop off in the street. You know, and that's how we go. But I call back to tell you with this gun issue. Now let me tell you, I have a thing about guns. It seems like because the young man then get this slap on the man and he's spending no time in the can, they making this a joke. Now I got my law. If I catch you with a gun, I give you 10 years. Okay? If you discharge it at a person, you get 15 at the best. Okay? And if the shot gets the man, you will give him at a 20 or 15 bill. Okay? That's to me. The need to bring only here in the United States, the man don't joke, they don't play. You don't see them even, the man don't. Listen, before I go, I see a judge, they stop for drunk driving on the road, and they make her walk in. And she had never bothered to ask the police if you know who he is. When they see her shake, they tell her turn around and they put her handcuff on her hand. And they said they went to court. And she begged, you think she'll later, she begged pardon even to a judge. Begged pardon to the other judge. She will never, she should say example for others, and she here doing the same thing. And that make me feel so proud to see she didn't say who he is to the police man. And that was told her, judge would have said, if you know who he is, go lock up who or put handcuff on who. You understand? And that's why I like with the United States. You know, you ain't too big when you're doing these things, you get locked up too. So come back with the gun thing, we need to be serious. If you have a child with a gun boss, let me tell you, you got to bear your own oaths. You understand? Because they know some of us as parents have money, and you don't let me sleep in jail, you continue doing stupidness. And they will continue doing stupidness until they broke you. You know, that's how children behave. Because you're supporting them with what they're doing, and if we don't stop it, we just doing an answer to be behind bars. But that's the thing I call, because we need to get serious and keep even the bail money. And the parents can reach with the bail money. And let the youngsters them see what like to be locked down. It seems like the other day uncomfortable when I'm out free. Even in getting a square meal is still locked down. But they need to get serious because every minute we gun. People to speak. We need to get serious, boss. Whether your friend or not, the police them say have a number. I mean, you have to call the cop. Then why they might go start call your name. You have a number. They say call her. If we don't do it, we be like thinking the man run a man in a hospital, boop, without any soil and kill him. You want to see we come to the kind of thing? If we don't get serious as a community, nobody thinking about this gun. But on top of politicians being a war after where they jump on and negative thing or issue we should speak about to protect our community that we can walk the street safe and enjoy ourselves.
Well, Carla, you're doing the right thing right now because by calling the show and talking about it, I'm sure there are people in power who are hearing you and they know the situation that you're talking about that all of us know about. So hopefully the word will get out that, you know, the public is saying, let's do something about it.
And we got to stop saying, oh, the money locking up your own, or we locking up your own. So if your own doing stupidness, so you should go to jail. So that's why it going to mess up the place because they know when they do stupidness, they ain't going to jail, they ain't going to lock up there, the penalty. It's a big one, and I try not to go in the courthouse. I trying hard not to get no record. But everything you do now in this world now is you got to follow farm if you do crime. And these crimes will stop you from getting further in life. I just tell all the young guys, crime is not a joke to do. You want a visa, you might meet a girlfriend who might want to take you away. That same crime block you from being successful and turn around your life. And these young men, these are things they need to know. That's why I believe in do this thing of hand you don't you think it obey do you that it's your own crime is not blocking you from being successful in your life when you want to go further on. Guys, have a nice night and thank you for listening to me.
Yeah, man.
As usual, thanks for your contribution.
Connie, I want to tell Carla, I don't think if he were a warden, the people would have taken him serious because he's such a nice guy. Imagine he have pull over on his friends who he might see littering. You know, they ain't gonna take him serious because he's a really nice guy, you know. So don't apply for that job. You ain't gonna get it. Even the people who got to hire you know that you ain't gonna be serious about it because you know you're too nice. People are gonna laugh at you.
You can't be a nice guy.
Yeah.
In some positions, you can't be a nice guy. You have to be, you know, you gotta be that authoritative figure, and you have to do your job.
Well, you know that that's part of our downfall. You know, is that we are a nice society. You know, and you know we know one another for the most part. We see one another doing something, and we might want to go yell at them, but then we realize, oh Jesus, that's so and so. You just keep going because you know you don't want enemies with your own friends. But you know that when we start pulling each other up, is when we're gonna see a change.
It make a better society.
Yeah. That's when we'll see a change. But
the thing that he talked about is so. You know, it's so bad for our community, you know, where people put their garbage on the top of the vehicle and they plan to go. Good evening, you speak your mind. Go right ahead, please.
Yeah, again. Brother Henry.
Yeah.
Listen this.
You ain't gonna get that job.
You know me as being a referee.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're such a nice guy. They ain't gonna give you the job.
No, Henry. That's a mistake. We just play friend and thing. You have to divide that band. You have to divide that. That's why we don't get nowhere here. You have to let people respect what you're doing. So you ain't got to be powering a person. You speak to the person, the guy I wanna know, and I will let you do the best thing to think. That's what you got to do. You ain't going up there, you never see me referee, try to be a policeman on the court.
Well, I go say when you and Big Joe were refereeing them games, I was terrors on the court. I give you that, yes, but I don't think they're gonna take you serious if you become a warden.
No man, you.
But call it where the warden is though. I don't see any. Where are they?
But I'll be on the road. Sometimes I ain't got to. Sometimes I be on the road. I on the road watching, you know. But sometimes you be on an area, in a place, and these things will happen. You know, you ain't going to go scoop nobody. Things happen in front of you. Yeah, so you ain't going to go scoop nobody. But what I'm trying to tell Henry, this was causing this place to do because of friends. You have to let people know this is what your job is, boss. You're not friend here, boss. You let them know you're not be policing nobody or roughing up nobody. You do your job right, and you let them know this is it. So see that you want them, and you say, you ain't got to be bullying nobody. So that's why we can't get a job because...
But Carla, this is a territory-wide problem, you know. This is a problem from Anegada to Josh Van Dyke.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you, that if you want to be a cop, because your friend do something wrong, you can't lock up your friend because your friend is a bad job for the late. It's you got to think you can't afraid of nobody. It's how you do your job, you know, Henry. That's what people get vexed with you, you know. It's how you do your job. You understand?
Yeah.
If you do your job like a pig, and you gotta respect how you do your job, people ain't respect you back.
But you're right with that. Respect is earned. You earn your respect.
Right, so guys, I got again, I did the last.
Okay, good night.
Well, if it ain't your last, we're gonna be your last anyway. We got 4 more minutes left
we got
in
a
the
couple
show.
of minutes left,
I'm gonna just close out by saying, Courtney, you know, I want to thank the people for really supporting the show tonight. Some of them told me that what their rage were, and they got a lot of rages out there. And those rages, for the person who think like we just complaining, people have to highlight what the problems are in order for the politician to fix them. If you don't highlight by voicing your concerns, raising your voice sometimes, going to the community meetings and saying to the premier or the deputy premier or whoever else is in the room that what you're saying is not factual because I see something different every day, then they won't take, the politicians won't take the constituents serious. So this is what needs to be done. You know what I mean? But yes, the government is doing a lot of good things. They got to do good things. That's why we put them in there. They ain't doing us no favors. They doing their job. They getting paid to do that job. They came in a campaign and said they can make things better. They said they saw things do bad on the last set and they can make it better. So we ain't praising them for doing their job and getting a big salary in doing it. We praise them when they do things outside of the job and we know it's going to benefit people and community and better people's lives. All right? So anyway, thanks for the call. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. See you guys next week.
A couple of texts came in. I'm trying to get to them real quick. It says, Sam, someone's asking if you're driving with your eye condition.
Yeah, nothing wrong with my eye. I could drive fine. My left eye is perfect. My right eye is recuperated.
Another text came in. I don't think the territorial representative system is not working. That's what someone texted and said. I don't think it's working. And then another text came in and says Vojangara doesn't have any representation.
None.
That's another text that
we got 5.
And okay, another call came in. Good evening. You can speak your mind. Go right ahead, please.
Yes, good evening.
Hi.
A big stone fall out of our truck this morning on the hill.
Yeah. You saw it, you don't get wrong, you know.
Oh, I was coming up the hill and I see the big stone come out of the truck right there in the road, and that's very bad.
You lucky you didn't run into that rock. I saw it too. I was on my way home, and I tried to reach the minister, and I couldn't get him at the time. And I called Musa Muhammad from Public Work. I tried to get Jeffrey. And because I actually thought the rock came from the hill, but then somebody said no, it came out of the back of one of them trucks.
Yeah, they need to take better precaution.
Yeah, of course.
Because, that's an accident waiting to happen as well.
Of course. But you would think by now, whoever the project manager is, thinking about safety, they got all kinds of safety signs over by the dock. You would think they would be thinking about safety on the road as well, in transportation of them rocks. So
I was behind one of those trucks the other day, and I saw they have a chain at the back of the truck.
I saw that too.
To stop the
And half of the time there's same truck saying license or issue.
I don't know that for sure.
All right, my dear.
Okay.
Thank you for that input. Yes, Sam. We're to the end of the show. You know, we had a good show. We heard from Virgin Gorda. We talked a little bit about the Anegada situation with the fire. We didn't hear from our good friends over there in Josh Van Dyke, but I know Josh Van Dyke is still alive and kicking from some of the reports I got from some of my colleagues over there. We talked about the port investment information coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to what's going on. And we had some garbage situation, and of course we talked about the state of the territory when it comes to the amount of guns that are apparently suddenly on the scene. And one text that came in that we didn't get to talk about was saying that one person texted and said we don't have any gun factories, but we're having a lot of guns. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of work to do in the territory to keep this territory in a state that we are all accustomed to. So we're out of time, and as I usually say, God bless these Virgin Islands and the people that live in them, and we'll see you again next week.